So I decided to wait to January to sell my dry corn so that I could do the dry corn and the silage all at once. It's not, it doesn't fall too much in January. But before I can do any of that, I have to plow the path again. Nope, I wanted to turn it. You can see I've definitely plowed a lot since the beginning of winter. Let's move this over. Which is going to be fun next year because next year I'm planning on having the soybean fields to harvest. Definitely will not be able to drop straw. So unless I do an earlier soybean harvest, I won't see the soybean straw. Okay, this part's gonna have to go across. This is one of the reasons, like I've had the truck and this plow for pretty much the entire game. I don't remember where I got them. But at the time, it was very early, so there wasn't that many mods yet. And pretty much every other truck that had a plow option, well, that could use any of the plow options I could find, had errors. This was the only one I could find that did not. Try to move that as much that way. Actually, this plow pack came with two plows, so the other plow, it doesn't cause errors if I don't have it, but it did cause errors with it. Actually, I don't even think it caused errors, it just didn't really work right. Now I don't have to actually worry about the snow coming back in what I've been plowing because the snow is too deep. I had to lower the snow in order to get snow again. It got too deep in like December 4th, I think, out of 6. So it's apparently for constant snow, you kind of only want like 2-day seasons if you want to not have to finagle that. No, I probably still want it like that. I am going to have to dig out that, but I'll use a snowblower for that. because that area will definitely be too deep to really do the plow with. And I don't want to go straight across with this because the area that you use your tipper on there can get snow but can't be removed, which is always very awkward if there's a snow mask that you can't actually do anything with. And then I want that free because that's the silo with my corn that I put enough in that the pigs haven't needed any more corn. I've just had to give them some more CCM every now and then. But I want that free for if I do. So now I also have to do a couple of the roads. The main highways are done by the state or the county or whoever. Not these side roads. This is definitely something I've had to use the snowblower on. If it gets too deep, the plow just can't do it, which is pretty accurate. My dad always had to do the snowplow on the tractor when we got too much snow. It was always fun to watch because it didn't have a front hookup for it, so he'd have to do it backwards. And it's not like one where it has a backwards driving mode. I don't even know what kind of tractor it was, but it was an older one. I think the banks are getting too high to just push over. So maybe I will want to do the snowblower even though it's not a lot of snow. Yeah. Let me. Yeah. It's very awkward with the lower. It's a different button than most other implements. I want to try to get to the corner. I mean, this would work. It would just take even longer. The snowblower can only go at 6 miles per hour, but it will still be faster to do this or to do that than to do this. But if I get the corner done, I might just, yeah, I'm just gonna drive and do the corner. Just because I haven't actually done it in this game load. That's just knocked over because the pile is so high it doesn't have a flat place to stand anymore. See if I get that off the road. I definitely have not been plowing the other or snow blowing the other roads. But it works a little bit with the plow without the huge banks. Yeah, like that. I'm not plowing them. I'm not going to need to use them. I just want to make sure I plow or get the snow off the roads to town so I can sell my product easily. Okay, that should be okay enough to be all right with this snowblower. Now, because most of these banks were made with a snowblower, I could have put the banks out further. I'm going to park this here because I still had to do the sheep area later. Oh, yes. So the plow also has lights on it. Okay, so get the snow blower. I put wide tires and wheel weights on my Kubota. And yep, let's move that way. I guess this part would have been fine, but I don't think this pile can really get higher. And this is why I wanted to do the corner. Then I don't have to worry about moving the um the pipe for a little while at least. We just turn here. And then I won't have to worry about moving the pipe until I get to the highway. Okay, I'm gonna finish getting this all snowblowed. Snowblown? Yeah. And then I'll be able to have a path to sell my dry corn and my grass silage.